But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make another deal up while he's going and getting the cannonball. Cause I got a bunch of these to make up anyway. I like to have a full rig whenever this time of the year, cause we're gonna start bumping and we're gonna use them. A-dot double action team catfish hook. Run it through the front of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a complete number. I believe it. Larry Moose said it and I believe it. Because the Bible says it too. 7's a complete number. And I believe in God. I am a firm believer in what the Word of God says. I can leave a lot of tag in right there. Because that way, see, I can cut that off. I can suck that knot down, and if it needs to pull or anything, it can pull all it wants to, and then I can always clip it off.
It's 5.
That fish ain't gonna break that. He can pull all he wants to on it. He ain't gonna break that knot, because I done already tested it. Done ready to put it through the test. Unhook me there, babe. So, all right, back to this. Bumping rig, give me the line. Okay, here we go. Got your 3-way swivel right here. And what I like to do is, this right here is 20-pound test slime line. I mean, it really don't matter what kind of line you use for this. I mean, slime line is a good line, but all this is good. But I like to use a 20-pound test line on my weight, because when you get hung up, most generally it's going to be that weight that gets hung up, and when you pull, you're going to break this 20-pound test line. And this is a 5 ounce. We generally use 4 ounces. Just put that on. You can just tie. What I generally do is just like I used to tie my Kentucky. I used to use, when I fished off a bank, just tie that on there like that right there. And two, I like my weight about 12, 14 inches long, somewhere in that neighborhood. I don't like it real long. And what I do is I put the down part of this swivel right here is going to be my weight. The down part's going to be my weight. Oh, this line is right. the down part's gonna be the weight. See, I'm gonna pull that up here to where it's about 12 inches. I'm just gonna twist that swivel like that. And really and truly, I'm just gonna run it right. Like threading a needle, I can't see no more. Just pull it down like that right there. That's good for that. Because I don't really, that ain't really important to me. Like that right there. And then once you get that on there, all you gotta do is just clip this on clip your hook. Right on that right there. And that's it right there. When you're bumping right down through there, and that current's gonna keep this bait out. When you're bumping down through there like this right here, that bait's gonna keep it out. But that's how I rig mine. I mean, I know there's a lot of people rigs them different and stuff, but that's how I do mine. And you know, you got your knots all sucked up real good and tight and everything. And like I say, when I break off, whenever I break off, I can be back in the water in a minute. I can tie this swivel on there, tie that weight on there. A lot of times I'll take me a bunch of weights, whatever size weights I'm using, and I'll go ahead and tie that on there, and I'll have me a bunch of weights already tied up with a line on it. So all I have to do is just tie it to the bottom of that swivel right here, tie this on there, tie that swivel on there, snap this on there, and put bait on it and drop it down. I mean, it don't take a minute to do that. And when you're fishing a tournament, every minute counts. Tip. All right. You want me to hook it? Yeah, hook it right there. There you go. You got your Warrior Cat bumping pole, 6500 Ambassador reel, 80-pound test braid, and we got the 20-pound test slime line for the weight, 80-pound test tight line offshore monofilament for the leader. We got the leader approximately 36 inches long, and that's one way to do it. That's how we do it.
Chris Robinson said thanks for the video. He was wondering how you do your bumping rigs.
Yes, and two, we're fixing to go on the Mississippi, and we're fixing to be down there on the Mississippi, and I've got a deal with my phone that I'm not real good at videoing on the boat, but I'm gonna rig up my phone where I can do a video of how you drop it and everything about bumping, and hopefully we can get a hold of some fish down there and show you how it works. That's a good way. And if here you go, babe. But Chris, you need to come on down there and fish that tournament. That would be awesome. That you could try that new bumping pole out, man, that y'all got. That would be
Here, I already got one.
That would be awesome. Now, like I say, I get these chain swivels off of Dale's Tackle. They come in a pack of 20 or 25 of them in a pack, and I get these quick connects from Dale's Tackle. He's got all this stuff. And Team Catfish hooks, that's where I get them. Dale's Tackle. And swivels, the 3-way swivels, Dale's Tackle. Everything I got, I get at Dale's Tackle. But I did order this online, this tight line. I did order that online because I couldn't find any that I liked. But I got that. I called Stacy, and he said that's what kind he uses, and he had real good success with it. So, and I know he uses all mono, and he's a mono man, and I know he knows about that mono. So I bought me a big old roll of it. I think that's I don't know what that is. That's 8-pound test at 1,328 yards. Premium saltwater mono. But that's it. I mean, as far as knowing how to tie my rigs. And if y'all need any tackle, again, you know, Dale he's got the tackle. Anything you want. If he don't have it, he can get it. He might not have it in stock because he sells a lot of stuff. I mean, if you need any of these sinker slides, if you're like anchoring, or if you're drifting, or you're dragging baits, I use them when I drag baits. A lot of times I do. You know, sometimes I drag baits. And I tell you, man, I tell you what, I use some awesome dragging weights. They're bloodline dragging weights, and you put sin in them. I ain't got any right here in front of me right now. I'd show you, but they've got a little old deal on the end of them, and I think they're like 4 ounce. But you fill them up with blood, and what that does, that blood will trickle out of them when you're dragging them, and it leaves a scent. It does, and it works. And if y'all, and Jerry Drotty sells them. I mean, for dragging, we don't do a whole lot of dragging unless, like if we're fishing in a river, and if we got current, most generally we're going to be bumping. But we've been using them, you know, in the lakes like Tawakoni and Carlisle, and we used them, and man, we caught fish with them, and they're pretty awesome. And he's also got a stick.
It's called the standing stick.
A standing stick, and I'll tell you what, that is an awesome weight. That thing stands up just like this right here, and I didn't get hung up, not one time. If you're in a lot of structure, and like I was the other day, I got into a bunch of stumps, and I didn't really want to use bloodline drift weights because I didn't want to lose them, and I knew if I used, I'd lose them. So I used some different kinds, but I did use that drift stick of his that he puts out, and man, I never got hung up. I mean, it come right through them stumps and stuff. So that's an awesome weight. But Odell, he's got just about anything you need. If you just contact him, he's got a website, Dale's Tackle. I think it's dalestackle.com.
Yep.
I believe that's what it is. And
I got a card.
the cards is all out in the boat, I believe. Do you?
Yeah.
But these rig wraps right here, y'all can see. I'm gonna do all these right here. All these is already done. Time I get all these right here and here, I'll have a full deal of nothing but bumping. And then I've got another one here that I bought. It's just like it, but I'm gonna rig them up for like anchoring and dragging. And whenever I anchor or drag, I generally use a different setup from what the bumping is. I still use the 8-10 catfish hook. I still use it, but I use a different setup. And a lot of times I'll put the demon dragon or I'm you know, the demon dragon or a cork, something to float your bait. And I use these right here. I'll have this one right here full. And they have come out with one now that Lyle, I seen on Catfish Weekly. That, I mean, it's a huge rig wrap.
Isn't it the Joey Kirby? Something for Joey Kirby?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, these you got all different sizes. Now you can put, like on these white ones right here, you can put you a cork or a demon dragon with a rig already in there. It'll fit in there. But I've got some here somewhere, don't I?
In the other one.
No, I took it right over there.
Oh yeah, these right here.
See, I've got some already tied up. I believe I've got these tied up for anchoring. See, I've got I've got corks on these right here. I've got a cork on this one right here. I think, I can't remember which one I rigged this up for. A lot of them I downsized when I was fishing up at Illinois because them fish was a little different. Yeah, this is one that I had rigged up for Illinois because I like it to be longer than this right here. But I had them fish up there's a little bit, seemed like it a little bit different. But this is one of my anchoring rigs right here. I just put my weight right there, my dragging weight, whether I'm dragging or it'll work for an anchor. If you want to put you like a bank sinker right there, that's gonna float that bait right there, and this one goes to you. But this right here is a, like I say, this is a these rig wrapped right here. Again, I'd rather sit right here and spend an hour or two just sitting around here at the house and get all my stuff ready to where whenever I go out there, I don't want to have to be tying lines and rigs and everything. All I gotta do is just snap them on there, tie me a swivel on there, snap them on there, bait it and throw it out. I ain't gotta do all that time. But the rig wrap deal is and like I say, Dale, he's got all the rig wrap too. If y'all want any of these rig wraps, boy, I'll tell you what, you talking about something awesome. Those rig wrap packages right there, buddy, you can, they got all kinds of room in them, and you got it right there. You can put that in your boat, and you're set to go. You're set to go. But let me see here. I think that's about everything. But anyway, I guess that's about, that just about does it in for this. If y'all got any questions, you just leave me a comment on there and I'll answer them if I can, you know. I'm just trying, I'm learning too. Like I say, I've learned a lot off of them videos and off of other good fishermen, and man, I like to share what I learned with somebody else, you know. The guy got in a boat with us down there. Me and Noah was down in Greenville, bumping, catching them fish. He come up, he asked me, he said, you mind telling me how y'all catching them fish? Cause you know, we was somewhere we was catching them. And I said, man, I don't mind at all. If you want to get in this boat, he had, you know, some other people with him. I said, just get in this boat with us and we'll show you how we're catching them. And but I told him, I said, I can tell you one of the things you're doing wrong. You're using those anchor poles, them heavy action anchor poles. I said, you can't field bomb. And he was using a big old cannonball, like a 12-ounce cannonball. And I tried to use a big old weight like that, and I just couldn't catch them fish with it. I mean, and I know there's guys that does, but I I just couldn't catch any with it because you're feeling the weight. I mean, it's hard to feel the fish. If you, to me it is. I mean, it's just a matter of what you like, I guess. But he got in a boat with us, and we was bumping down through there, and Noah had caught one. Actually, I think it was his personal best. It was 53 pound, and that guy, I said, man, you gotta have your bumping pole. Get you a bumping pole, and you don't have to have one of the top of the line to learn. Just you just get what don't cost as much, and to learn how. And but I like the Warrior Cat myself. That's just my opinion. I know there's a lot of good ones out there, but I like the Warrior Cat, and I like the 7 foot 3 inches. And they're light, and man, we caught a ton of fish with them. They'll put the slime in the boat for you. But anyway, I guess that does it up for this time. If y'all have any questions or anything, y'all can just leave me a comment, and I'll try to answer it for you. So we'll catch y'all later.